Well, we are starting a new year. We're 2 weeks into it. 2026 hopefully will be better than 2025. Who knows? We'll see. First things first, let's cheer for the Bears, my team. They made it past the Green Bay Packers last night, and I am ecstatic. Although I must say my blood pressure went through the roof towards the end, and it is not good for someone who is my age. That's the great stuff. But then I'm listening to the news this morning. I can't understand where this administration is coming from. I'm as proud as ever to be an American. I think we are the greatest country in the world. However, I can't say the same for our current administration. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know where they're going. And I certainly am ashamed of the way they're handling things with respect to our image with the rest of the world. I've gone through a time of several wars. I was born during World War II, went through Korea. I was in Vietnam, unfortunately. But in all of those times, we have always defended freedom. We've always attempted to assist people in administering their own governments, taking the power away from power-hungry people who wish nothing more than to subjugate their citizens. And yet here we are today. The latest news, of course, is one that has been hanging on since Donald Trump's first term, and that is, let's take Greenland. Why? Greenland's doing pretty fine as it is. We're doing pretty well too. I don't see any reason why we should suddenly decide that it is our right, that this is this country's right to take over another country. It's absurd. Those days are long gone as far as I'm concerned. What are we, going back to the days of Rome where we're going to have a Pax Americana, just as they had Pax Romana? And look what happened to Rome. It went down the tubes. I'm not sure that if we kept on the same course, we might not be headed the same way. But in any event, all we're doing is making enemies out of friends. Denmark. We're making enemies out of friends. NATO. I don't know where we're going with this, except in a very bad way. I think we have to look at things and say, we're against Putin's taking the Ukraine. Or I shouldn't say the Ukraine, but Ukraine. We're upset with him taking Ukraine. We're trying to fight on the side of Ukraine by supplying them with the means to keep Putin and his cronies out. Why does he want it? Minerals, access to the sea. This type of thing is an access to Crimea. This type of thing is taking over a country for the self-service, subjugating a people. Ukrainians, for the most part, do not want to be part of Russia. No more than the Greenlanders want to be part of the United States. And yet, here we are saying, oh, you should be part of the United States. No, that's wrong. It's exactly what Putin's doing. And we're doing the same thing with Venezuela. It's a free country. So what do? We take Maduro and we throw him in prison, but we leave the rest of his administration, which were as corrupt, if not more corrupt than he was, in place and still moving along in the same direction that they had been prior to his arrest. We have, I say we, when I speak we, I'm talking about our president, pardoned one of the world's greatest drug lords, and yet he's saying that we are against drug trafficking. No, that's a contradiction, that can't be held up. What do we want? Well, I don't want it, but necessarily because I drive an electric car. But Trump wants oil. He wants the resources, just the same as Putin, just the same as Japan wanted during World War II, just the same as Germany wanted during World War II. Mussolini in Italy, same thing. Power, wealth, resources. This is what is really in play. We're not trying to free anybody in Venezuela. We are not trying to free anybody in Greenland. All we want is to take over. And again, the administration wants to take over a country that we have no right to take over. It's an independent nation. And yet we're saying, hey, look, we're going to control what's going on. What's next? Oh, why don't we just go in and we'll take, hey, let's go after the one that's putting in more drugs into the United States than anyone else. Let's take over Mexico. Let's make them the next state. But then again, Mexico doesn't have a lot of resources other than drugs. So why do we want Mexico? We don't. Or I shouldn't say we. By we, I'm talking about the President Trump and the administration. There's no benefit to taking over Mexico. Now, Canada, that's a little different story. There are plenty of resources in Canada, so why not make them a state? What we've reached is a point of absurdity. We have hypocrisy at our nation's highest level. On the one hand, we arrest people who are drug dealers. The next thing we do is pardon those people. We foment strife. We foment protesting on January 6th. And yet, what do? We pardon all of the people who protest. Wrong, wrong, wrong. I'm looking forward to some sensibility coming into this world through our Congress. If they will get off their fat asses and get to work and do something to control things. The Constitution gives them the right to have a say in how things are done in this country. Let's have that go to work. Don't just rubber stamp everything that President Trump and his cronies say. What are we, going back to Tammany Hall in New York in the late 1800s, where we've got, Boss Tweed sitting there dictating what's going to go on in that city, controlling the city? Well, that's what we have with Trump right now. Again, I'm embarrassed for our administration. They are an embarrassment to this country. Please, people, wake up. Let's have a good new year. Let's look at things forward. Let's get things back on track. Let's get things back to where our principles lie. Let me be proud to be an American, and let me be proud of the administration of our government. I don't want to be embarrassed by our government. I want to maintain some semblance of normalcy. I want to maintain some semblance of responsibility to the people of this country and to the world. And right now, it doesn't look like we're getting it. It's something to think about. It's something I've been thinking about. And as we go on through the year, I will try and keep my voice going and express my views as to where we are and where we may be heading and where we've been. So with that, if you like what I've said, like it. If you dislike it, you can do that too. And by all means, subscribe if you can. So thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.